Good afternoon. I am having technical thrills and spills and joys. I am here now. It's 2 minutes past. It's tragic. Okay, so it is Friday the 8th of January, and it is 2 minutes past 2, and I am here as promised. Not on the computer I expected, because I don't know why. Facebook having a fit, or my computer having a fit, or a fit was had, and I was late. So I'm sorry. And I've got a bunch of messages and things coming at me already. So I sat down to log on and do it at like 1:45, and it just, Pooja, haven't seen you for a long time. How very good. How nice. It is splendid to see you. Are you? I've got my deck out, the Wisdom of the Garden Path. Okay, just a minute. Let me. Okay. I'm doing really well, thank you. It's winter in Canada, so there's cold and snow and ice involved. Also some days with lovely blue skies and sunshine, so I absolutely can't complain. And my life is good, still living in isolation, loving every minute of it. How about you, Pooja? Did you want a card? There's Cookie. Hey, good to see you. All right. I was late starting, Francis. I think that's maybe why you were having trouble. So, oh dear, I feel bad to draw you a card from this deck. You have seen this deck today. Interesting. What am I gonna do? I don't have a theme for today either, so if you've got specific questions, let me know, and that might trigger something in me. We're in a new year. Pooja says yes. Okay, I'm gonna draw for Pooja. Just because you haven't been here for so long, I'm sure the cards have something to tell you, Pooja. And hey, Terry, good to see you. I hope you can stay a little while. Drawing for Pooja. Pooja's New Year, because I know you haven't been here for a little while, so I have no doubt. Okay. Oh, nice. Could it be brighter and happier and more lovely? This is the Optimism card. That is so nice. So 16. Oh my gracious. Hello, Barbara. How lovely to see you. Let me know in the comments if you'd like me to draw a card for you. 16, the one is you, Pooja. The 6 is your role in the community, the ways in which you make the community better, how you serve the world as you move through it. And they're adding together to a 7. 7 is the teacher. It's always the teacher. Hello, Carol. Good to see you. So as you, and certainly maybe it's an instruction just to adopt more optimism, to look forward to this year. I'm feeling really good about this year, which doesn't mean there won't be bad things in it. It just means that we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. And especially if we can get up in the morning optimistic and look for the good things and find the positives in the day, because they are there. That is really, really nice. Okay. Okay, so that was Pooja, who said yes, please. Morning, missing you. Yes, please. The next time I see a yes, please is for Carol. And it is lovely to see you. And then I see Terry, and then I see Barbara. So Cookie, if you're still here, let me know if you want a card or yes, let me know. I think I can be sure since we spent so much time together this morning. All right, so Carol is first. So a message for just what the cards want us to know today. I don't have any other plan. So Carol, the cards want you. Oh, got another yellow one, which is rather lovely. Lots of solar plexus energy going on. We have the empathy card. There are, of course, there are two sides to this. It's number 11. We all know that the 11 shows up for multitudes of reasons. This is the empathy card because 11 adds up to 2, which is about relationships. But ultimately, the one and the one standing side by side, there can only be empathy. Hey, Regina. Oh, and Pam. Good Lord, everybody's here. It's lovely. Thank you. You can only feel empathy for somebody else and honor them in their own experience and their life when you have had empathy for yourself and you've done the work and you've got yourself sorted out and you're honoring yourself in that vertical that place of your own identity, right? So the two ones are like two individuals standing next to each other, having empathy from your rooted centered place and honoring their rooted centered place. And this is when we can come together as a relationship, and that doesn't have to be a romance. That can be about the person who puts the coffee in your hand at the drive-through window. Every relationship is a relationship, but that call to center and to be good with yourself in order then to be good with the rest of the world. All right, so that was Carol. Terry, lovely to see you. I don't think I've drawn a card for you for quite a while. All right. So the cards want you to know today that you, Terry, are in the flow and can expect flow. This is about the number 8 is about that flow from the unseen into the seen. It's like the in-breath and the out-breath. It's the symbol when we lie it down for infinity. It's our connection with all that we cannot see. It lives between the 7 and 9. 7 and 9 are living on the spiritual plane. 8 is on the mental plane, but it's in between the two of them, so that the spiritual energy is articulated through us. That wasn't very articulate, was it? The 8 helps us to articulate it and bring it into the world. So 8 is about fairness, it's about symmetry, it's often connected with justice, which fits with your situation. For you to be in the flow of cosmic energy just seems to me a really nice thing to learn for the first month of the year. Okay, Terry, and then Barbara. Barbara, I don't think you've been to one of these. I haven't seen you for 4,000 years at least. It's lovely to see your name come up. Okay, so I am drawing from the Wisdom of the Garden Path deck, which this is beginning to get ratty, available on my website, joleith.com, on the Oracle card tab. Imagine that. So I hope as these pictures go by, Barbara, that you can enjoy them, because I absolutely love them. I really do. Okay, so a message for Barbara. this one. Oh, well, you know better than I do. I haven't seen you. No, the card is keeping still. And this is part of a rose bush. I don't know if you can tell on your computers, but it has had frozen rain landed on it, or freezing rain, which landed and then froze. So it's nearly as if it's been dipped in glass. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing, unless you are a rose bush, in which case I'm sure it's not comfortable. And to move while encased in ice like that, which speaks to a very specific atmospheric temperature and everything, moving it not only would break the ice, but would also damage the rose inside, the rose bush. So sometimes we're just in a place where the best thing to do is to stay still and wait for conditions to change. Because as soon as it warms up a couple of degrees, this ice is gone, right? So the number 22 is about, it's about relationships, about community, and it's about being practical. The two twos add up into a 4, which is that number of stable, reliable foundations. So right now, staying stable, trusting yourself to not be in any way impulsive and rushing forward is gonna cause a problem for this rose, and it's presumably that's what Spirit wants you to know too. Okay, Barbara, we have to have a visit. Have to figure something out. Okay, next person says please pull a card is Pam. And then I see Regina. Tanya, lovely to see you. Tanya would love a card. And Lori K is here. Wow. All right, so I am, where am I at? Pooja said thank you. Barbara said yes, please. Did Barbara. So Pam is next. Pam, and then Regina, and then I think Tanya. Tanya, I haven't spoken to you for days and days and days. I'm missing you. All right. Pam. Pam is in Virginia, I think. All right. That's not psychic. That's memory. And it might be wrong. All right. Lovely, lovely lilac. It says new love. I don't know if this is for the course of the whole year. Not necessarily about romance. The word love has a lot of different meanings, and this can be about finding a new hobby or a new job or a place where you're able to put your passion, your emotion, your things that you just love. Maybe you just love being on Facebook. I don't know. You didn't know that before. I think you did, Pam. So number 31, 33 is your point of inspiration, and 1 is you. So we're at that, the inspiration comes first. So it's asking you to pay attention because there are messages coming to you from the unseen, and they're going to come in, and they're going to become a part of you and be processed by you, that one, that intrinsic essential nature that you are. And they're going to combine into a 4, which is that solid, strong base again, right? So something that you're inspired to do, that you dream about, or you have just a flash of an idea that you never thought before and you don't know where it came from. That's yours, and it's going to lead you forward into something really, really fulfilling. The way that romantic love fulfills us when we're looking for a partnership, right? So that's rather a lovely idea to begin the year with that in the offing. Regina, so good to see you. Thinking I have no idea where you are or what your your little teeny tiny picture is very sweet. Okay, so you're young and blonde. Or you're a fan of Farrah Fawcett or something. I don't know. Okay, so for Regina, Regina. Ooh, number 5. This year has a number 5. 2 and 0 and 2 and 1 add up to 5. So this is a very predominant energy that's going on in the world. We're all experiencing some 5. 5 is about expansion and growth and progress as we move away from the foundational energy, that new set point that got put down in the 4, that solid foundation. We're growing away from that in the way that we choose. And of course, all growth, all new things, everything in the human realm only exists because somebody imagined it. So you're being called to design the future that you want. Imagine how it would be if this little peach tree is pretty much stagnant in its moment. It can remember the past and it can imagine the future. There's not a lot that it can do with the moment. It's going to release those leaves. The story that it tells about its life cycle is what is going to move its life cycle forward. That makes sense. It sounded more profound before I used words for it. So you are being called to envision your future. Tomorrow afternoon, I think at 3 o'clock Eastern, I'm doing a vision board workshop on Zoom. So message me if you would like the Zoom key for that. I would love to see you there if you're able to come and make a vision board with me. I would really look forward to that. Okay. So, Carol, I'm glad that's true. Thank you. I have forgotten now what it was, but as long as it works for you, that's all that really matters. I don't retain information very long. Okay, so Tanya would love a card. Lori K would love a card. Eileen would love a card. Good to see you, Eileen. Barbara, I'm glad that makes sense for you. That's good. Good, good, good. Okay. So is this where we are, Lori K? Did I read for Tanya? No, I read for Regina. So Tanya's next. And then Lori K. All right. If I scrolled too far, people get lost. All right, Tanya. Ooh, yes, this is Tanya's card for sure. I am not sure we didn't get this once before for you. The design card, the 1 and the 4, the U, and the practicality and reliability. It's that setting down the design. It's that making the lists, choosing the long view, the long vision. And then, of course, they add together to the 5, which is aligned with the year and is about growth and expansion. It is, I think it's exactly where you need to be. And I am expecting you tomorrow afternoon to make a vision board. Just saying. Everyone in your house can join in. Why not? Okay. Lovely, lovely. I like that. That suits Tanya. All right. While I think of it, before we close, remind me, everyone, to draw a community card, because I forgot again the other day. All right, Tanya would love a card. Terry's laughing. I have no idea why. That's all right. Lori K would love a card. I would love to draw a card for Lori K. This is good. Okay. Okay. Oh. All right. So we have, this is interesting. We have the sumac. Sumac is, oh, this fits with a conversation you and I had recently, Lori K, about telling the story, telling or writing or doing. Sumac puts out berries that can be used to make an ink So whether you use it for body paint or for writing a story, it speaks to that. The one which is you, that seed, that place, that thing which is Laurie Kay, and it was since the beginning of all time and will continue until the end of all time. That is Laurie. Two is the community, the relationships, the people that you work with, that you travel with, that you visit with, all of those people, and that comes together as a three, which is your point of inspiration, and it's telling you that you and your environment, especially your human environment, can process inspiration. You can inspire other people, they can inspire you. And we come back to this whole story, this book, this podcast, this way of telling stories that is making itself known to you, put it that way. So interesting. So interesting. The whole story of this sumac is right there. You can see little pale yellow leaves like springtime leaves, and green ones from the summer, and the bleached out winter leaves. Everything goes backwards in this camera. I get lost. Anyway, the whole story of the sumac is right there in that picture. That's what I'm saying. Eileen in Chicago. I'm going to read for you. Pam's calling all her friends. I love it. Okay. No kidding, she says. I have no idea what's that about. Okay, Cookie, I see you. You didn't say yes, and I will. Absolutely. All right. Pam says it sounds great. I don't know why. Okay, Case came in. All right. So who did I just... Eileen. Eileen. There you are. Eileen, and then we get into Pam's friends. Cool. Okay. Eileen. Number 24, anticipation. 2 is your community. 4 is that laying down a new foundation for going forward. And they come together in a 6, which is the number of service and improving the community and improving people's lives around you, quality of life stuff. I have no idea. I'm wondering if this is to do with your work life and the way that it is changing, and that right now there's a setting down of a new standard from which you will go forward. I don't know for sure. The blue, very short on blue in this deck. Blue is the color for the throat chakra, so it's very often about communication. I don't know if your work includes a lot of writing in a communicative, expressing yourself way, or if you're mostly expressing the system that you work within. But there's something that, but you can look forward to it. It is coming. It's not quite here yet, but you can be in that wonderful place. If you know the teachings of Abraham Hicks, where they talk about being ready to be ready to be ready, and in this state of vibrating anticipation, because it's gonna be good. Whatever it is that comes is gonna be good, and that's kind of the flavor of this card. So I hope if you know what's coming and you can enjoy the feeling of knowing it's coming, that's great. But know that something is coming and enjoy that feeling for sure. That's really nice. Maybe the blue is just because whatever it is communicating with you. I don't know. All right, that was Eileen. We've got people making comments. I'm so sorry that I don't remember what the conversation was, because people saying yes. I have no idea. All right. Cookie. Cookie says yes, please. All right. And then we have Case. Oh, and we have Linda Coe would like a card. Oh my gracious, we've got a bunch of new people, or new names or something. All right, I'm on my way. So I'm at Cookie. All right. So yeah, we'll just draw a card and not discuss it. Not ahead of time anyway. You've got so much good stuff going on with you, Cookie. Oh, and this just speaks to everything that we've talked about in other venues. My screen just went kaflooey. All right. So we have potential. Number 19. So the 1, which is you, the 9, which is where everything is connected to everything else. They add up to a 10. 1, which is you. 0, which is all of the power and energy and love that is the universe and the cosmos and the however we call the unseen place. And the 1 and the 0 then add up to you, containing all of the love of the universe and all of the connections of things in the physical world. There's so much potential, and you and I have had a conversation about what is possible this year. I think that just really, really fits it. So you know what that's about. That's lovely, 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 lovely. Regina, you're welcome, whatever I did. Linda is next. Okay, Emma, I know who you are, I think. I do know an Emma who hasn't been here for a while, so I hope that's who it is. Okay, bye Terry, you've probably gone by now, but lovely to see you always. Talk soon. Linda. Linda. A message from the cards for Linda. What do the cards want you to know today at the beginning of a new year? Linda. If I know you, I'm sorry. Your personal information isn't at the top of my mind. So whether this is aligned with what you're thinking and going through right now, the cards say place of self-awareness. I just talked about the 10, that 1, which is you, your identity, your personality, and the 0, which is all things in the cosmos, adding up to you, containing all the things in the cosmos, coming aware of the fact that you are the leading edge of the universe, learning about itself, or there's so many different languages that get used for this, but coming to know, who are you? Linda. Knowing who is Linda, what is Linda, the amazing spirit that is Linda, the impact that Linda has in the world, the things that have impacted Linda, and some of them maybe need to be celebrated more, and some of them maybe need to be released, and some of them maybe need just to be acknowledged. Coming into that place of self-awareness. If I was any good at sales, I would tell you to come see me. Make an appointment. We'll do a numerology on your whole name and figure out some of the stuff that you've brought with you, some of those talents and abilities and intentions, really, really big intentions. Knowing that about yourself can change a lot of things in how you approach life. Okay, Emma. Okay, Terry's gone. Tanya says that was the perfect card. I'm so glad. I have no idea what it was. Tanya, oh, did you get the design? Cool, that is perfect. Okay. Hey Jen, let me know you want a card. I'm drawing for, I would love a card, Emma. Okay, Emma. Are you're Emma, whom I know. I saw your name and I didn't process. I'm sorry. Lovely to see you again. Mm. Okay. Oh, okay. So we have this. It's interesting. This does come up every week. I think somebody is really being reminded. It's about delay, and it's about stuff that's out of your control. The 2 is the community. The 0 is the cosmos. They're adding up to the fact that all the our human family, the community in which we live, the entire human experience expressing cosmic intention here in the world. Right now it's got you on delay. You can't move forward. You can't. These are rose hips. I don't know if you can see them, but there are lots and lots of rose hips in this snowy rose bush. Not even useful for the waxwings that come to feed on rose hips in the wintertime, because they're too frozen. They're useless, and well, not useless, but they're inaccessible. And we just got to wait. It's another one of those just got to wait. Right now, with the lockdowns, with the quarantines, with the isolations, with the difficulties we're going through, so many things are delayed, and it's nobody's fault. There's nothing that you personally can do about it. You just kind of have to wait for things to change. So the don't beat up on yourself if you're missing deadlines. If you are feeling, I had this and this I wanted to have done by January the 9th and they're not done yet. Well, no. And it's not your fault. It is what it is. Get calm. Do some deep breathing. Do whatever it takes to recognize that you cannot control what's going on in the entire world. And sometimes you just gotta wait, kick back, listen to an audiobook, do something different. Jen in Utah, how good to see you. I think I can't scroll anymore. You're welcome, Linda. This is good. So after Jen, whoops, unless there's a big change, I will draw for the community, because I had a complaint the other day that I didn't pull a community card. All right, Jen. What Jen needs to know. Okay. So number 35. Hugely wonderful number. Curiosity. Another yellow card. We began with, or yellow flower. We began with dandelions and goldenrod. And this just a gloriously beautiful flower, isn't it? So curiosity, sunflowers track the, hey Lorraine, yes, of course. Sunflowers track the sun across the sky. So the idea of curiosity, of moving towards knowing, a bit of FOMO, I guess. Don't want to miss a thing, got to follow it, got to explore, got to see. 3 is your point of inspiration, your creativity, which you are an artist, so I know there is massive creativity there. 5 is that ability to expand, adapt to new conditions, to grow, to make progress, all the loveliness that is in a 5. And they're adding together into an 8, which is the flow. It's the infinite energy. It's the It's the inspiration comes through the three, but it's coming from the unseen into the seen. You become the portal who is bringing that, making it bigger for everybody to see, and allowing that to flow by being curious, by trying new things, by seeing what else is there. It's a lovely energy, and that yellow is that solar plexus chakra, which is the seat of your personality. It's the place where you learn about yourself, where you honor yourself, where the place where your self-image is, so that you can explore who it is you believe yourself to be, and honor who you actually are. Lots of work in the yellow. There's lots and lots of personal work in the yellow. All of it made easier and faster and deeper when we're curious about it and we want to know more. So that's I love that card. That's lovely. Okay. All right, Laureen. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say your name in a silly voice, but it's one of those names that reminds me of, I don't know what, a Carol Burnett sketch or something like that. So I apologize. It is not meant ill. All right. Laureen's card, and then I'll pull the community card for the lurkers and the latecomers and the people who are watching on YouTube. This is Laureen's card. Ooh, okay. Number 3, which is, again, point of inspiration, that place where stuff comes into the human realm through you. You are the hollow reed. You are the conduit for new things coming. Unexpected resources. So there's stuff coming to you that you're not expecting. You're not looking for, you're not aware of. It's imminent arrival. The important lesson for this is to open yourself up, be receptive to things that you hadn't thought of. You may have a checklist of all the things that are on their way to you, but don't limit yourself to what's on that list, because there's a bunch of other stuff. This I don't think I read for Case. I'm sorry. They asked too. I've skipped over it. So good reminder, Pam. Thank you. I will read Case next. Bottom of the forest floor, under the canopy, there's not a whole big lot of it. Looks very, very sort of untidy, and a lot of dead stuff, dead leaves, dead twigs, broken stuff. And yet the moss is able to find the resources to put down its own roots enough, nourish itself enough to be able to photosynthesize and make green out of the sunlight, which is one of the fundamental steps of all of life. So we don't necessarily expect to find green at the bottom of the dead forest floor, but there it is. And equally, you may not be expecting, I don't know what, but there's stuff out there for you that will help you and move you forward and improve your quality of life. The really important thing is not to don't be blinkered, don't be nose to the grindstone all the time. Not oh Debbie, what a kind thing to say. Thank you. I'm gonna read for Case because I'm 99% sure I did not. Oh, however, a card jumped out as I said Case's name. I'm going to assume that is the correct one because the cards know better than I do. Debbie, if you'd like a card today, let me know. Number 26. So 2 is your relationships, your community, the people around you. Right now, that can be that house. Well, anytime it can be household, it can be workplace. It is the people in your world. It's not necessarily about a romantic partner, although of course it can be. 2 is always about relationships. 6 is about the service that you give to your community. It's about how you are making the world a better place simply by being in it. And as you get conscious of that and of how people learn from watching you and how people are uplifted by your mood, there's a real contribution there. So, and they're adding together into an 8, which is that flow that I've been talking about, that is the number for fairness and justice and knowing right from wrong. And of course, these daisies, I grew up in the UK. Our daisies were smaller, but we we used to pull the petals off in order to make a decision, a yes and a no and a no and a yes. And making decisions while keeping in mind what is the best service to the community and what is the best promotion of the community and what is still fair and right and good, because an 8 is a number with enormous integrity, right? So this is if you've got decisions coming up, those are things to keep in mind, because integrity is natural. Pressure to bend the rules is usually always present for different reasons in different ways from different places. So whether you're, I don't promote the amputation of daisy petals, but whatever decision-making process you're using, remember, when you lie the number 8 down on its side to make the lemniscate and the symbol for infinity in mathematics, that pinched waist you can use as a center point, a fulcrum for balancing it. And it's so finding balance is a really important part of the message there. I hope that makes sense. All right, so now I'm seeing Debbie says yes. Jen is saying yes. It's all about the 8 with you, isn't it? I had a private reading with someone just very recently, and there was a lot of 8 there. I think there's an enormous amount of energy just flowing through society right now. We get to well, there needs to be energy to help us expand. So how we take it, how we use it, what we do with it is very important, and being conscious about that, being aware of it, makes a big difference to where we're going to be this time next year. Right? Okay, this is for Debbie. I think 7s are big in your life, Debbie. This is a 7. We have that full bloom of the mock orange, which is really rather lovely. I think it was raining even. Gorgeous. So 34, 3, your point of inspiration. 4, that solid foundation that you combine with, so you get something really solid, you get inspired to make it more, and they add together into the 7, which is the teacher. People learn from whatever it is that you do, and you're doing it carefully, because you know that not every blossom is really an orange tree. You know that it's important to analyze all of the information and not just take the surface as something you can take for granted. Your ability to look beyond the surface, and 7 is very intuitive. It's on the spiritual plane, so it's very connected to the non-physical, even though the 3 and the 4 very much present in the human experience. The 7 also present, but it brings in even more to inform what's going on. That's rather lovely. I like that. I wonder if the light is different in here today. I'm noticing the like dew and rain and water drops and stuff on pictures in a way I haven't paid attention to before. Just not paying attention, maybe. Okay, community card. Let's do a community card for all the people who are, if you're watching on YouTube, this card is going to be for you. Please subscribe to the channel. If you're watching on Facebook, then I am here on Fridays at 2 o'clock Eastern for as long as we're in a lock-in situation. Evidently this is going to be a long time. Been here since March, still here. It's good. So if you're in Facebook, like and follow the page. And everybody, please come to my website at joleith.com and sign up for my free newsletter, because I got, and check the events tab, because right now that's the most up to date. I've got a whole lot of stuff going on this month with some meditation for beginners and some vision boards. And tomorrow tomorrow morning at 11, I think, we're doing breathing for adult beginners, because breathing is such a miracle, isn't it? It's amazing, and we don't think about it nearly enough. So playing with breath. Okay, who's this for? This is for the community. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Fine. Okay, community at large. The lurkers, because I know you're there, and the people watching the video. Oh, this is so interesting. This is also the mock orange. This is discernment. The difference between the growing phase and the blooming phase that we had before. So with discernment, the 3 is your point of inspiration. Whoops, that's analysis, excuse me. With discernment, the 3 is your point of inspiration, and the 1 is your central wise place of knowing. And they're coming together in a 4, which is a really practical, solid, reliable energy, right? And it is because when you're experiencing something, there's information from somewhere. Didn't read it in a book, nobody told you, but you just know through that 3 that there's something more that you need to look at. You can't just take these to be the buds on an orange tree, because they're pretending, and you know that something about them makes you know that. So the discernment idea, that ability to go, something is off, I have to look at this more deeply and be more practical about it, and get serious and find the proofs and the evidences and of course ultimately unveil this as a mock orange. It's not an orange, it's just pretending. And there are people, there are situations, there are ideas even in life that look like they're going to be one thing, and when you look deeper you find out that there's something else. And the concept of discernment, and this card being the 1 and the 3, it's about trusting that feeling. We came into the physical world so that we could have the sensations of the physical body and the chemical changes that happen in our brains when things are going on, and energy in motion is emotion, right? It's that, and 3 is one of the numbers on the emotional plane. So that that deep knowing that we have when we tune into ourselves, when we listen to what our body and our instinct, our intuition, our third eye, whatever it is that tells us. It's that's why we came. If we wanted to stay non-physical, we could have stayed non-physical. As it is, we're here. We've got a whole lot of wisdom that doesn't fit neatly into how we perceive ourselves, but knowing more, getting deeper into ourselves, connecting with our own cosmic wisdom, coin a phrase. Um, that's what we're here for. That's what we're here to do, and locating your intentions on your numerology chart is a brilliant way to start the year. Yes, let me sell you a numerology chart. There's many variations. I'm going to be teaching numerology later this month. The 3 Sundays that are like the, I don't know, the 18th, the 25th, and 31st, or whatever the Sundays are. I don't have a. Here we go. Here we go. 17th, 24th, 31st. In the afternoons, teaching numerology in Zoom. So if you can't do Zoom, I'm sorry, you're not going to be included in this one. But learning about the numbers, learning about the number cycle, learning about how to not deconstruct a name. That sounds really long, but to see how the name is put together, and how it can be totaled up in different ways to access the different kinds of energy that are in it. Because we came to the people who would give us the names that would serve our intentions as we come into the world. Birth date and name stuff, I'm gonna be teaching on those 3 Sundays. I'm really looking forward to it. I have several people who have asked about it, and I'm just a little bit tickled because I like it. Quite like numerology. You might have noticed that. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. So the more of us who can do it, the more of us who apply it in our daily lives, then the better life will be, yes? Okay. So my comments have stopped growing. Debbie said awesome, and I'm really glad she did. I have no idea why she said that, but there we are. We are at 2:55, very nearly the end. Sometimes a lurker pops out at this point. Sometimes a latecomer arrives. So I am here, and I am still very happy to draw my cards and read. I trust I didn't miss anybody. Pam, didn't nobody else from your invitations showed up? Case. Oh, Case just received bad news. I'm so sorry. What card did you get? Decisions. That was you, wasn't it? Oh, I hope you're able to process. I completely missed that post. That is so interesting. All right. I hope it served you. I do. And okay, Barbara, love you too. Take care. Don't work too hard. On Sundays, Laurie, you could. Okay, cool. That would be neat. That's all right. Well, thank you. I don't know how many people are still here. Thank you for being here. I do look forward to Fridays. Also in this strangely unstructured work week, my Friday live is a certainty that I can work with. I've shifted my work week around. I'm doing things differently, and I am doing things, and I am working, and I'm meeting people for private sessions with cards, with numerology, with a number of different modalities. So get in touch if you're interested. There are lots of ways to connect with a sense of purpose and meaning, and work out the design that that's a good word, but figuring out your plan, figuring out your long view. Tomorrow afternoon in Zoom, making a vision board, always a good start. And if you're not in a house full of crafty supplies, you really don't need to be. I did it last week, and I had someone who's very much in isolation, had some crayons and paper, and just drew and wrote some meaningful words and made herself a really lovely vision of where she wants her life to be headed. So there's no need for a lot of complicated anything, but come in and get into that that mindset of looking forward to where you want life to be. It's a lot easier to take the next step that's close to you if you have some clue which direction you're headed ultimately. So this too is a good thing. Alrighty. Well, I'm going to say it's 2:59. Nobody else has jumped up to say they're here, so I'm gonna call it. Gonna call it. All right. So everybody, please be safe. Stay home if you possibly can. If you must go out, thank you. If you're out there because you're essential, designated essential, we're all essential one way or another. But if you're out in the world doing essential work, thank you for that. And please, when you are out, wear your mask, wash your hands, do all the right things, keep your distance. Keep yourself safe and keep yourself healthy, and keep everyone healthy that you are in contact with. It's hugely important. It's yeah. Okay. Thank you for being here. I will be back next Friday for sure. In between whole bunches of stuff, www.joleith.com events will tell you where I am, what I'm doing. I would love to see you there. Okay. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.